Staring at the blank page before you, open up your dirty window.
Illuminate the words that you cannot find, reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibition,
Feel the rain on your skin.
no one else can feel it for you. There we go.
Only
You can let it in, no one else.
Speak the words on your lips.
All right. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the No Chaser podcast, your favoriteest podcast in the whole wide world. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I haven't seen you guys in a month.
A month.
And that's kind of regular for Blades.
Yeah.
Pero I haven't seen Rick in a month. That's
He doesn't even
crazy.
reply to my text.
Yo, that's facts, bro. I feel like I'll look, I'm like, oh, Rick texted me 10 hours ago. My bad. Sent me a funny TikTok I'm about to laugh at. My bad.
It's so funny.
And I like the way we work, you know, one thing I will always appreciate about Rick and not Nikki Blades is Rick is a great texter. Nikki Blades is not so much. And like, we always make sure to acknowledge everything that the other person said.
No matter how long it's been.
No matter how long. So Rick like will send me a TikTok that's funny. I'll maybe won't reply for like 6 hours because, you know, baby shit. But then after that, he will have sent me another one, but I'll make sure and be like, ha ha ha, and nah, we can't do that.
You got a system.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm still learning how to do that reply to specific text thing on our threads. And Tim always gets on me because he'll write something with emphasis, like put an exclamation mark, and I'm supposed to respond back with the same amount of enthusiasm. And I'm just like, yeah.
Bruh.
And then and he's like, you need to really work on this. You suck at texting.
Well, no, it's deeper than that because it'll be like 3 questions and you just be like, yeah. Wait. to which one? All of them?
I feel like my brain is working on such a different wavelength depending on the time of the day, right? Because everybody wakes up early. Like me waking up early is not anything new. And you both wake up extremely early. You got baby, you got work, you got life, you got a lot going on. But I feel like my brain is working. And once 10 o'clock hits, like 10 a.m., I start going down, and then I have to take a nap, and then I'm back up. But whenever the messages are coming in, because we're all on such different schedules, I am just the worst. I'm like, yo, I'm
shutdown mode.
Yeah, I'm like, I need to just say powering off.
I mean, look, you're not the only person I've banged on. I let people know all the time, reciprocate my text energy, bruh. And like, you know, if I'm hitting you with exclamation points, hit me back with an exclamation point.
And I'm working on it. I accept the criticism. I know that it is my fault. Taking accountability. I will do better. Also, because of this one, I started sending voice memos. Like, it's just so much easier and really efficient. And I feel like I can get those little notes in. I'm saying like, yeah, even though my yeah comes off super dry. But if I respond back with it in my voice, then at least you know I'm giving the same energy
I
back.
appreciate that.
He gives me PTSD with voice notes. Because the voice notes he sends me are not for the world to hear. So I'm like, can I play this? What kind of reckless shit is he about to say?
Yeah. It's either because I got some business shit I need to give him a whole thing about, or it's like some reckless story I gotta tell him about
just
something.
talking some shit about something. I'm like, yo, chill.
I had to tell my homegirl, she would send voice memos, but anything over a minute is unacceptable. Like, don't send me a. Just
Now I
call
gotta
me.
keep my thumb on the phone so
Exactly.
it don't shut off.
Yeah, my girl Caroline, every time, and then she'll send a voice memo, then acknowledge that those voice memos are long, and I'm like, girl, you already know I didn't listen to the first two.
Sorry it's so long, but
I
just kept saying
I'll definitely keep them at a minute. There's this one episode of Bob's Burgers where Linda was she's on the phone. And she was telling this long ass story. She was like, yeah, but you know, Bob's just not blah, blah, blah. And I don't know, the kids are something. And then she goes, well, all right, girl, call me back when you get this message.
That's my dad. That is my dad. 1000%. He leaves me messages that start with, so.
already. I'd be like, Pops.
Dad talks to the voicemail like the old school. Because remember when you used to leave voicemails and the voicemail would play loud.
Yeah.
So some people would ignore the call and then listen to the voicemail out loud and then pick up the phone.
Yeah.
Now you can't do that. And I just think some people haven't let
Don't
go of that.
understand it,
That's my
yeah.
dad. Never let it go.
It's me. Hey, check it out.
Hey, how come you don't answer the phone? But hey, your mother wouldn't call.
Yeah.
And she told me you never pick up your phone. Dad, clearly I'm not picking up the phone right now.
I think for the longest time, my parents were used to like the answer machine, right?
Yeah.
And remember back in the day when you call the answer machine, someone might be in the room and they would hear it. So,
Reckless.
Yeah.
So for a long ass time, my parents would leave me voicemails on my cell phone and be like, Tim, hello.
Thinking you're gonna fucking hear.
Thinking I'd be in another room, like running to my phone.
That's hilarious.
I do save them though. Like I save those messages from like my dad. My mom, she knows. My mom she works for the city. She answers phones. Her voice changes though. My mom goes from the at-home voice to the work voice real quick. So all of the voicemails she leaves me semi sound like she's working until she realizes she's on voicemail.
You know what? That's one thing I do miss, and what I love about voice notes is that making yourself sound sexy on the phone used to be so fun, and like back in the day, right, when you would call a girl for the first time, and like I tell this story all the time when we used to go on tour, right? I would always tell this story just to warm up the audience because I thought it was funny, but like. So I had a specific thing I would do. Have we talked about this on the podcast before?
More than likely.
Yeah, probably.
We've done over 200 episodes. We've talked about a lot of
Hey,
things.
that's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
But so yeah, whenever I call a girl, I would get real comfy. I would lay all the way back. I would lay in some pillows, so I would make sure there was
Grabbing pillows from all
no
around.
stress on my body whatsoever. And first of all, I would call the mom, because his parents always picking up the house phone first.
True.
So I would always like, hello, may I please speak to Nikki? And like a sound is just like as innocent as possible. Can I please speak to Nikki? Like, oh sure, honey, hold on 1 second. I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. And then as soon as like Nikki would get the phone, hello? I'm like, hey, what's up?
And then you just be like,
I get real comfortable, like, nah, what you doing? I'm just
She'd be
chilling.
like, wait, you don't sound what?
hey, who's this?
And then I'd be like, you stupid.
I wonder what was Good's voice note sound.
Oh my God.
That boy love putting that voice on.
But what's crazy is that when guys, because, we know that too, but when that voice comes through, all of a sudden your mood change, like, hi. And then your voice gets girlier all
Girls
of a sudden.
always do it too.
Oh, yeah.
It's so weird because we know we don't sound like that. We know we
Yeah.
don't sound like we talked in person.
But it's okay.
Yeah, girls would always hit the, hey, yeah.
Aw.
What's you up to?
And you're just like smiling and you're just like playing with your hair. But I would always get the sleepy voice was good, like my sleepy voice. Whenever like you're getting so when we're getting comfortable, laying in bed, you're doing the late night call. You've probably been on for like 45 minutes, going on an hour, talking about shit that doesn't matter, and all of a sudden they hit you with the, I love your little sleepy voice.
Sleepy
Like,
voice, horny as hell.
Super horny.
Sleepy voice.
Oh my God, hey, I just woke up.
Oh, babe, why are you calling me so late?
Bro, remember when we used to, like, I don't know if y'all did this, and you said, like, you'd be on the phone for, like, an hour or whatever.
Yeah.
But remember back in the day when you first liked somebody, you'd be on the phone for, like, 8 hours and
Bro.
shit.
The
That
falling
shit's crazy.
The falling asleep on the phone. There have been times to this day, like, do the fall asleep on the phone and just talking. It's so different. I don't care.
I'm joking.
I don't care. To me, it's one of those things like, clearly I got the time and they got the time.
Yeah.
But when somebody sounds excited to talk to you and just is actually interested,
Right.
even it doesn't matter whether it was like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when we were younger, that feeling is still the same. You just get that like, damn, you actually just want to hear what I have to say.
Yeah,
and then
that's why people cheat. But I digress. It's the new.
But yeah, also shit's evolved. I mean, people still kind of do that now. Like now you have
yeah.
FaceTime.
Fall asleep on
yeah.
FaceTime.
Yeah, especially being in a long distance relationship for so
Yeah.
long, we definitely like had the laptops open, falling asleep with each other.
All right, guys, it's springtime and we got to do some spring cleaning. I got baby clothes all over the place. We got to reorganize everything, okay? But here's the thing, right? You got to organize your plate as well. And that's why Butcher Box comes in handy. Butcher Box helps you make mealtime moments feel special year round, all right? Each month they send a box of the highest quality meat, pause, for a better price than the grocery store, giving you more time to spend cooking and sharing delicious high quality meals with family and friends, okay? Now y'all know me, y'all know I am a steak person. I love me just a nice fatty bone-in ribeye steak, medium rare, and that's the beauty of Butcher Box, is that I can choose the most quality steaks I want. You know what I'm saying? It has my options on deck, and I see that ribeye there, and I pick it every single time, okay? What's dope is that all meat is free of antibiotics and added hormones. Each box has 10 pounds of meat, enough for 24 individual meals. That's a lot of meat, bruh. It's the best meat shipped right to my door, which means one less trip to the grocery store. And we know, we all trying to stay indoors right now. Options like 100% grass-fed finished beef, free-range organic chicken, wild-caught Alaskan salmon, and sugar nitrate-free bacon. I mean, come on. It's the way meat is supposed to be, okay? Butcher Box is the most affordable and convenient way to get healthy, humanely raised meat, okay? And they even have free shipping nationwide, except for Alaska and Hawaii. And just for you guys, I got a special treat, all right? Butcher Box is offering new members ground beef for life. What? That's 2 pounds of ground beef in every box for life of their subscription, okay? Just go to butcherbox.com/nochaser, and yeah, that's butcherbox.com/nochaser. Boom.
I like the fall asleep on FaceTime. I like the hours on end conversations about nothing. I dislike the just stay on the phone, not even acknowledging each other.
No.
I used to hate that shit. Like, why? Why? I used to talk to this girl who would literally call me, say, what you doing? I say, nothing. And then she would proceed to have 45 minutes of conversation with everybody else in her house.
Oh, hell no.
It keeps saying, hold on. Or try to tell me what's happening at the house. I'm like, hey, leave me alone.
Or when someone calls you and they're busy and then they have to get off the phone. I'm like, wait, why the hell did you just call me?
That's a TikTok trend.
Is that?
Yeah.
No. When
But before TikTok.
Before TikTok. But I mean, like, you're actually having a conversation, or they're busy while they're doing it and they're trying to talk to you. I hate when people get in the car, make a phone call, and then they're just distracted. I'm like, why did you even call me? And then when I want to get off the phone, they're like, where are you going? Bitch, you driving.
One thing I used to hate, speaking of like just that, is, I appreciate when someone at least says, oh, hold on real quick. I would hate when someone will be talking to you and then they go, oh, no, something. And they don't tell you that they're talking to somebody else. And you're like, no, wait, what? Like, oh, no, I'm not talking. I'm like, bruh.
Why wouldn't you tell me that?
Right.
So
like,
annoying.
my ear is literally like on your mouth right now. Bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's happening over there.
Dude, the shit I hate the most now, though, is people who text one text per basically word they have to say. May Louise, I'm talking to you. she will respond with, oh my God, sin. LOL, sin. That's ridiculous, sin. Guess what? Sin. Yesterday, dude, you're not gonna believe this, sin. I'm like, what the fuck is put it all in one text.
Blade, you took a sip of your drink? Are you saying this is your thing that you do?
I think it comes from arguing with people via text message, because you're trying to get your points across before the other person tries to get their point across. But I am working on it.
So maybe it's better that she texts all dry in the group chat.
Fucking Benji does that shit too, man. Like
multiple.
Yes, bro. I had to tell. Like, and here's the thing. And here's what's weird. I don't mind that type of conversation in a DM conversation. Yeah. In like a IG DM, if that's how we're talking.
Yeah.
I don't mind. But when it's text, for some reason, I'm like, bruh.
The transition between the two apps, though, like, it is kind of hard, because in my head, I'll talk to somebody in a DM and a text message, and they're completely different vibes, and it's the same person.
Well, for me, it's because like I don't have notifications on from social media shit. So if we're in a DM conversation, that means I'm there looking at it. So it's like instant messenger. Yeah. If it's popping up like that, fine. But if you're texting me, more than likely my phone is down there in my pocket and shit like that, and it's going crazy. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And it's you saying one thing in 7 different texts. I hate it.
I pulled a Tim last night. I just thought about it. I was messaging a friend of mine on Instagram, and they seen it, and they didn't respond to it.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, hey, if you're going to look at this, because I can see that you've seen it, I need you to at least double tap and let me know. Then nothing. And I was like, sent a text message. I said, excuse me, friend, do we have a problem? And then nothing.
God.
Hold on, wait. And then I called him. I said, listen here.
Jeez.
Are you ignoring me? And he was like, nah, boo, what's up? And I was like, you're looking at it
Right.
and not responding. Do we have a problem? He's like, oh, my bad. I just had my phone up. I was like, okay, so we good? He's like, yeah. I'm gonna call you later. I was like, okay, bye.
And then he never called.
Yep.
He did call.
Because he was like, this bitch crazy, man.
Nah, you know what it is? Some people like to say that they don't like a crazy girl or someone that checks up on them. It's just the right girl. And when I said, hey,
Nah.
acknowledge me, whatever, because when he called back, was like, oh man, I like how you brought that to my attention. I didn't even know that was a problem. Because communication is just what I'm working on with people, and the people around me know that that's what I'm working on. So
Let me tell you, nobody likes the crazy, but we will like the girl who does the crazy enough to overlook the crazy. But nobody likes the crazy.
There's levels. There's definitely levels.
that wasn't. That's small.
That wasn't too crazy. That
No,
wasn't crazy.
I've had somebody call my damn hotel room to find me before. So that's
crazy.
That's
So let's talk
crazy.
about this. What's the craziest thing you've had a dude that you were dating do? And we can all share.
No.
Rick.
Send the front desk office attendant at the hotel to go knock on my door to see if I was in my hotel room.
A wellness check on you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That was
Because you weren't replying?
because I was sleeping.
Ah.
Because I was sleeping and they were worried, so they called the front desk of the hotel to come to my room to see if I was there. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, that would be the most
I think for me,
recently.
I mean, that's a recent thing?
Yeah, that's a recent thing.
Oh,
but
shit.
because if we're going to old school stuff, I mean, I've had super crazy things that we've already talked about,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
but that's the most recent.
I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, right?
I wasn't either.
I think
I didn't like
back on if I've ever like what made me go, man, this is crazy, right? And there was a girl I was canoodling with, man. I had to be like 20, and it was, we never went on dates. It was a strictly physical situation. Like we never went to kick it, eat, anything, right? But it was a situation where I felt like she might be getting a little more into this than I'm getting into this, right? And I remember I was going to a comedy club with a homegirl, another girl, and I think she knew that. And then I'm telling you, I'm in the middle of watching a dude do stand up, and my phone is blowing up. I'm talking like, bro, like 12 to 20 missed calls on my shit. I'm like, and then I had to leave, and like, I was like, what? What? Dude, I'm not ignoring you. I'm trying to watch a show.
God, I would have been pissed.
Yeah, man. Like, Rick, any crazy?
I had a few crazy back then, but I was really good at not giving a fuck. So I don't even really remember how the situation's going. I'm just like, yeah, I'm done talking to you. And then they'll be like, I'm sorry, it's just I get like this sometimes. I'm like, nah, I'm done.
I've noticed anybody that brings out that side, I'm reciprocating. Like I've had people blow me up. So I'm like, oh, okay. And I've said that before. And that's why you got to know your triggers, because it's not healthy. Like you said, it's not good. People shouldn't be that way, and it shouldn't be normal. But if somebody's going and doing some stuff and you're like, all right, you want to be crazy, then I'm going to blow you up and I'm going to show you what crazy is. And then all of a sudden it's like tit for tat. And now you're in a toxic ass relationship that you need to get out of. It's not good.
I've had it where it's either girls who feel like they're too good to be not replied to.
And
I'm
the
like,
entitled.
what kind of shit is that? Like, oh, no, I don't know who you think I am, but I'm not the, like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
Or the ones that are just like, just clingy.
I told y'all when that one person hit me with the, I don't know who you think you are.
Oh, yeah.
I literally had to ask the guys. I was like, what the hell do you do in this situation? This man left me voice memos talking about, I don't know who you think you are and what you're used to, but if you're coming into town and you don't hit me up right away, that just shows that you think that you're better than me. And I'm like,
Well, damn.
do you know who you are? Because I know who you are. And
Bruh.
that was the weirdest thing.
And they think that shit is cute.
Ugh.
They think they're giving you a wake up call.
Like,
or some
oh,
shit.
he took
oh my
charge.
God. I was like, bitch, bye. Like,
Yeah,
and
like,
we never talked after that.
That's what you do in that situation because it don't stop. Like,
Hey, but real quick, you know your boy likes to get it in. And this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Say it with us, Blue Chew, okay? Blue Chew is making waves and bringing more confidence to the bedroom by offering chewable tablets that can help men get stronger and longer lasting erections. Now, you know I'm all about that life. I done made a baby. And trust me, it's all thanks to my longer lasting erection, okay? Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost, okay? The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. You hear me? The best part, it's all done online, okay? So that means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy, and it ships right to your door in a discreet package. So nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. Nobody's gonna know, okay? So if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And here's a special deal for the No Chaser listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use promo code TIM at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping, all right? Wow, that's BlueChew.com, promo code TIM to receive your first month free. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
Let me ask you this, Nikki Blades, because I feel like you probably dealt with this more than me and Rick have. What do you do when you come into a situation where that other person is definitely way more into it than you are? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sure we've all dealt with this before, but I just feel like for some reason you've dealt with it more than we have. What did you do when that happens?
There's levels to it, right? So in the beginning phase, if you're clearly not, if it's not going to go anywhere and you can see that the person is wanting more than what you want, I don't do the slow fade, but I definitely kind of, I'm really busy. I become extremely busy, and then I'll let them know that this is probably not going to work out. Yeah. But I've definitely did the slow fade to people before. Like, I've done the slow fade because I don't want to mislead you, and then I'm kind of telling you that I'm not really interested in a relationship, or I don't have the time. Like, these are the excuses. Men, if you hear this, I'm really busy. I'm focusing on my career right now. Okay. I'm worrying about myself at the moment. Just like those basic things that are like, it's really me and it's not you, without saying that like corny ass line.
Tway just said all that to me.
But those are the indicators, right? Like, it's really not that person and it's not their fault, but you realize that this isn't for you. So I hit them with those, and it kind of makes you focus more on yourself, where you're like, ooh, that's not what I want. But it's really not your fault, and you cool, but you don't want to tell a guy that because that's that good guy bullshit that they keep trying to pull up. Like, nah. But I've done that before.
I was going to say, here's the thing, right? I would always preach, just communicate if you're not ready for a relationship with this person. But when it came down to it back in the day, I couldn't do it. And I also busted let me wean this person off, ignore them a little more, not reply, because I couldn't bring myself to be like, I don't want to be with you right now, even though that was the case. And it didn't even necessarily have anything to do with them. Like you said, I just wasn't in that mindset, right? And the thing about it is, too, when someone is feeling you a lot like that, you can tell them, I don't want a relationship right now, and they still gonna be like, I'm with you.
I got into a relationship because of that. I got into a relationship with someone, and I told them flat out, I am not ready for this at all. And they waited, and we were in a relationship with each other. But here's the thing. Those people that say, oh, I don't care, and they're really into you at that time, when you start to like them and you in the relationship, they will bring it back up. Oh, so you remember when you told me you didn't want to be with me, and you treated me like shit, and I stayed around regardless,
and now you sucking my dick,
and now I'm mad at you, and I'm gonna bring this up. So even for y'all that want to wait around for somebody that tells you they're not ready, you better not bring that shit up later on in an argument, because you's a bitch.
Do we think it's more on the person who's not ready to end things?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I felt bad. I don't know. You probably remember this, man. I was fresh out of my last relationship, and I started talking to this girl, and she used to like, and this I feel like such an asshole for even making this point, bro. But I would be at Foot Locker working, and she like was like, "Hey, I'm close by. I brought you like a Frappuccino from Starbucks." And I remember feeling like, this is too much. She likes me too much.
Yeah.
And like, looking back now in hindsight, it might have just been a friendly gesture.
Yeah.
But back then I was like, nah, bro, she's too into this. I need to chill. We need to chill, right?
Yeah, no, I don't think you're wrong for that. That makes sense. It's not even like this bitch is crazy. She all up on me. It's like, I wouldn't do that for you.
Right. And then,
I don't feel okay with you doing that for me.
it's because like there's a little bit of guilt in it, right? So when somebody likes you a lot, you don't want to be the bad guy. And even when you do communicate that you don't want to be with that person and they continue to go out of their way, you somehow have to figure out how to get them to stop. But you don't want to be mean. I had somebody tell me like flat out once, hey, I just don't want to do this anymore. And I did and said what I did to make you hate me. Because if you, I had someone tell me flat out, I'm doing and I said what I said to hurt your feelings because I need you to hate me. Because if you're still going to be around, we'll probably get back together and it's not going to be good.
Yeah.
So we need to really give each other space. Conversation was hard, but necessary. Yeah. And that's why the slow fade is supposed to be the softer version of that. Because not everybody can handle that truth.
Yeah. I like the abrupt. But
you do.
But you have to have like the perfect time for it.
Yeah.
So I had this girl, and this was a stupid situation because this was a girl like I wanted to be with at another time, and then we reconnected later, and we did some things. But she had a prior situation that was ongoing still, right? So I was like, okay, cool, we can just do this. My mindset on this. I'm not going any further than this because you got that, right? But I felt her, and I'm like, what am I going to do? So then on my birthday, she surprised me with Beyonce tickets. Beyonce had a show in Vegas.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, nigga, I don't like Beyonce like that. But it was a trip to Vegas and these tickets, and it was hard to get. And I'm like, I have to say this now.
Yeah.
I can't accept that. Like,
Damn.
that's too much, and I feel like you're wanting to go here and I can't do that. So I didn't get my trip.
Damn.
I took her sister and shit like that. But I was like, all right, that's way better than going and then slowly trying to do that shit.
1000%.
That sucks, man, because Beyonce live is amazing.
I missed her twice.
Really?
Coachella.
Oh.
We left before she came on and watched it on the laptop. My back was hurting, so I don't regret that shit. And then that, but yeah.
I regretted that because I had already seen Beyonce a couple times with Chia, and it was fucking tight, right? And I remember thinking, all right, if y'all are whatever on it, because I was tired too, right? Because Coachella, we were doing Coachella all wrong.
Yeah.
We were going all day watching
day.
people we didn't give a fuck about, and we'd be too exhausted for the people we gave a fuck about.
And that sucks because we knew better from the last time we went, but this time we was VIPs. And we were like, let's get all this VIP in.
So we're like, all right, whatever. We don't need to see Beyonce. We're good. We go back to the hotel, a little dingy, stupid hotel, which costs like $500 because it's Coachella. Yeah. Open our laptops to watch the live stream, and I'm like,
it was fucking amazing.
Yo, she got a whole band. She got a whole setup.
Oh, y'all missed that.
We missed that.
Bro, we missed Lauryn Hill, the Coachella before. Fucking walk. Because Nas was on and we was tired and Nas is boring. Hey, Nas is a phenomenal rapper. He's fucking boring.
I love Nas. I got into Nas because of Stillmatic, and this was the anniversary of Illmatic.
Yeah, he was playing Illmatic.
The whole Illmatic album. Yeah. So we was like, okay, this is dope. But after part of it, we were like, okay, I'm good. We can go home.
And then we're walking to the parking lot. We're like at the parking lot, and we hear "If I Ruled the World" playing, and we're like, okay, yeah, it would have been nice to see that song. But then we hear isolated vocals, kind of. It's like, bro, that's fucking Lauryn. She's there. That's Lauryn Hill.
You guys
She's
are those
fucking
people.
There.
Lauryn Hill.
Bro, we stopped in the middle of the parking lot for a second. Like, fuck, do we go back? Then it's like, wait, they don't have other songs. And then she started doing her own songs. It's like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
But we just went home.
Our feet hurt so bad.
So bad. Yeah. But what were we talking about?
Just being honest.
Not reciprocating.
Yeah.
And okay, to go back to that, that girl that brought me the Frappuccino, I felt so guilty about feeling like I led her on or whatever the case was. I don't know if you remember this. There was a 112 album I used to bump all the time. Part 3 was the album. That was when Peaches and Cream and all that. And there was a song where Mike was the soloist and not Slim. And it was called I'm a player. Girl, I thought you knew.
Oh my.
When you started messing around with me.
Stop it.
Knew I wouldn't commit to you.
Oh my, Tim.
And I remember
Thought that was him, boy.
I was bumping that shit and being like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean you knew, girl. You knew.
I was a player. I was spreading this foot like a check around, girl.
Buy me Frappuccinos. I can't buy this for you.
I felt so bad. We went on to still be fuck buddies, so I didn't feel bad, too bad.
Communication.
I do feel bad about that one though, where it feels like they settle. Like you know they want more, but they settle for just because they think it's gonna make you like them later.
Oh, well, now I feel bad again.
You should,
because I wasn't even thinking about that.
Bruh,
Yeah.
it happens so often. I only know that because I got so many female friends who I see doing that.
Oh, you crying?
My bad. I didn't know you was one of my female friends. I see doing that. Damn, my bad. But yeah, it's common. Girls do that a lot.
It's a lot to do with that bullshit ride or die mentality. Throw that shit away. Like, throw that away. Just thinking that you being around and being available and making yourself available to somebody so that later on they can see that you were down no matter what. Like, look, I was there. I'm here for you. Guys, too, throw that shit away. Because if somebody, like, you can still have somebody in your life and be like, okay, maybe if the timing's right, we can revisit this. But don't just compromise. And I've definitely been like, I just want you in my life, whatever it is. I'll do it because I love you. But the reality of it is that they know that a lot of those guys that put girls in those situations, not all of them, but a lot of them do know what they're doing. And they know that, okay, I'm gonna give you just enough to keep you as an option.
Yeah.
And you just have to be okay with putting you first.
Yeah. When girls do that, we call the guys Justins. The just in case. So I'm gonna give you just enough.
Just enough.
Just enough to know that if this nigga don't work out, I can come back over here. Yeah.
Y'all just reminded me of somebody that was also, I thought, was a strictly fuck buddy situation. And this is also why I tell people whenever I get asked the question, how do I have a friends with benefits situation have it not end up messy? I always tell people in theory that you either can't give great sex or you can't be completely attracted to this person.
Okay, this is my problem right here, right? Girls would enter those situations with me feeling like there's no way I'm ever gonna want to date this guy, right? No, just being real. It's like they like my personality. I may have sent a dick pic. They like that. They like, okay, cool. I could do this, just this, and be good. But then I'm fucking awesome.
I know. That's why I laughed.
And then they're like, shit, I like this fat motherfucker. And I feel bad.
I laugh because, and we've discussed this before, how, you and me, Rick, and I've said, right, I'm not someone that I walk into a party and the girls are like, I'm gonna fuck this dude. But I tell you, give me 10 minutes of conversation by the punch bowl, and they're like, I think I want to fuck this dude.
Yeah.
And
it's fucking awesome.
And then, and then the fact that, like, we got just great, amazing personalities that make us cuter over time. It's like, oh shit, what did I get myself into? And so with that girl I was canoodling with what I thought was a strictly physical situation. And again, this is something where we weren't going on dates. We were never hanging out outside of, hey, let's get together at this time. Let's do this and this and that. It got to a point where I'm like, wow, we're really cool. Like I like this friendship we're having, and I don't want this to get messy. And then but when I tried to be like, hey, maybe we should stop being physical because I still want to keep you as a friend, she was heartbroken. She was like, I feel like I just got dumped. I feel like, I'm like, bro, I'm doing this because I actually care about you.
Yeah. You know what's crazy though? A lot of times that part too is the female ego. it's not necessarily about you. It's not necessarily about feelings.
Oh, she's like,
not
how-
saying about you.
how can
How
you-
you gonna not want me?
Right.
Let me remind this nigga. Yeah, you want me, and they'll stay for a long time, just trying to make you feel like you want them. And
We
it's
kept fucking.
yeah. Oh yeah, they're not gonna let you not fuck them.
Yeah, there's definitely levels. When I think about certain situations that I've been in, hence why I'm, especially now, I'm very aware of who I sleep with. Very, very aware, because I know my attachment, and also I know I'm good. And if we both get crazy, then we're in a toxic relationship and it's going nowhere. Like almost every relationship I've gotten into, it's somehow ended up a little bit of that way, right?
Yeah.
Because as you said, the egos, because I've dealt with one person in particular, and the relationship lasted a long time, which our egos balanced each other out. And that was really good, because mind you, when you're going into a relationship, like getting with somebody that's just like you can be really, really hard. And it's about balance. So I was with somebody and the egos balanced out. But as time kind of, as we went through the relationship and the physical part started fading away and started being more on the emotional side, that's also started getting a lot of clashing too. Because say when that's happening, the girl likes you. And then because she likes you, she's like, wait. I know we just started off being physical. Now I'm going to pull back on being physical to hope to bring the relationship into the forefront. And that's where things get really complicated as well in the situation.
That's what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Right.
What is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're having a good fucking time. Don't ruin it, stupid.
It's tough, man. It's tough. Like the friends with benefits, even though you ideal, it seems ideal, right?
Yeah.
But then it always has its potential to get messy. But I feel like I still feel like it's possible if you're dealing with them, if you communicate it right, and if you.
I think it's an age thing too.
The best way to have a friends with benefits situation is if both of the friends have relationships. That's the only way. Relationships, they're happy.
Yeah.
But you gotta make sure one of those doesn't end, because then the other person is like, okay, bro, what the fuck? I'm not no side bitch.
Yeah,
Then it gets
it's time.
It gets real. Friends with benefits.
My dude, what you gonna do?
Friends with benefits is complicated. I don't recommend it, but I also think that is a time and place type of thing, right? If you're mature enough and have the balls to let people know how you feel and communicate effectively, then you are mature enough to be in a situation like that. But if you don't know how to tell somebody that I really don't want any more than this, and I'm gonna remind you, then don't get into it. Because if you're sensitive or you get soft on them, then you're in a relationship you didn't want to be in.
From my experience, the best friends with benefits to have as a man, or like as a heterosexual cisgender male.
Look at you. Good job with your terms. That was good.
I'd be on Twitter.
Getting yelled at.
that is having a friends with benefits with a lady, right? It's either the MILFs fresh out of a divorce, or the girl who's had her heart broken like 3 times, and she's like, "Fuck relationships.
Yeah.
I'm sick of putting my pussy on a pedestal. Just give me that dick, dude, and get the fuck out." You know what I'm saying?
The
Those are the
independent-
best ones.
Or the girl who's desperately waiting for a baller. She's not
Oh,
gonna
the one
settle
you know
for a
that's
relationship.
never gonna.
Yeah, she's
Right.
never gonna try to get with you, but she needs something in the meantime.
meantime.
while she tries to find her athlete or her rapper or some shit.
You
That's
okay
the
with
ones right there?
You okay with that?
If I'm not trying to be with her,
That's
of
smart.
course.
100% use me.
Yeah,
but-
and she's probably really hot if she thinks she can get one of those dudes. So it's win-win.
And that ain't for everybody, because some of y'all gonna get your feelings hurt fucking around with a girl that's out that you think is out of your league, and that's what she's doing, and then you see her leave, and you're like, "But I thought we had a chance."
Leagues don't exist.
That's what I'm saying. But mind yourself,
Yeah,
if
no,
you
there's people
if
who
you
think
go
that,
into
yeah.
that, if you go into it with that mentality, and then she does leave, which
Yeah.
you already knew she was gonna do, and then you're sitting in the corner crying, saying, "Girls don't like good guys."
He's gonna do with money, I guess.
my
she
God.
go there.
You wasn't saying that when she was on top of you, but it's okay.
The first time I felt used, I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool."
Right?
Because like I think I've told this story before, but when I was we were in Vegas for some random reason, and we all went to the club, and this girl, I ran into this girl, and then she's like, yeah, let's go back to my room. We engaged in canoodling, and she actually ended up telling me, she's like, I'm actually here because like this is my bachelorette party. I'm engaged, and I was like, oh shit. Did you want like my number or anything? She's like, no. It's like, oh, okay, so just wham bam, thank you, man. And I was like, sweet.
She pats you on the head and says, thank you. Okay, bye-bye. Don't call me. Don't find me. Don't look me up on Facebook.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I've always said I want to experience a situation where I know for sure the girl that's doing something with me is taking one for the team. I don't.
What?
I think that's awesome. Like, damn, what kind? You're cool as fuck. Like, because you could have done nothing. You know what I'm saying? My friends was gonna fuck your friends regardless.
Oh my God.
But they told you, girl, just do it. So we can do that, and you did it. That's fucking awesome.
Rick's over there high-fiving her like, yeah.
That is so funny, dog. Oh my goodness. I don't know I don't think I would be okay with that.
I definitely would. I definitely would.
Yeah.
I think it'd be funny.
That would definitely be a blow to my ego.
I'm trying to think of situations where I've gone out with girls, and I don't really go out in large groups anymore. But I'll try to think of if we've ever had. Oh no, yes, guys, girls have pep talks before they leave the house. Just know that the group chat. Rick, are we dealing with a piece of light?
It's a helicopter.
I was like, what
it
is
looked like some other shit. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So
Blip.
So, guys, just be aware. If you see a group of girls, there was a conversation prior to going out. Mm-hmm. They know who they're there to see. Mm-hmm. They are out with a purpose. They are wearing what they're wearing with intention, and everybody has a job for the evening. Mm-hmm. Like if you see a group of like 4 to 5 girls, they have done this more than once. And everybody has their part to play. Mm-hmm. And then when they go out, normally you see them, groups of guys will come over. And fellas, if you're going to approach a group of girls, 4 to 5, understand that there's a hierarchy in the group. And you pick you're pretty much picking your position in your place. And they are playing you just as much as you're trying to play them. Like everybody's going out with intentions.
Let me ask you this. Does the ugly homegirl ever get sick of going,
I don't.
Does she ever get tired of doing that?
No. They love doing that.
I'll be real. I don't think that when we stepped out, we had an ugly girl in our group. We had types. Your type. What do you like? If you're into tall girls, athletic girls, shorter girls, color, whatever you're into. I remember we had a group of girls called the International Crew. I know that sounds so bad, but like Genevieve Chanel, my girl Keiko, like a lot of us, and we were super mixed and diverse. And we understood that not every dude's gonna want me. Not every dude's gonna want you. Not every dude's gonna want you. Mm-hmm. So when we go out, which is why it's good to diversify your group of friends, you ain't fighting over the same dudes. Yeah. Like we were never going, I want that one, and now you got 2 girls fighting over one dude. It's like, no. She wants that one, she likes that, and we all go our separate ways so that we can still be friends, because it ain't fun fighting over wanting the same person.
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I feel like dudes, it's like you catch a group
whatever you can get.
Yeah, and then sometimes you catch a group of dudes in a certain point in their lives, and it's like, yeah, no, we could all get that one.
Yeah, yeah, that's very true.
Like, okay, you like that? Okay, me too. All right, let's see if she's down.
Yeah. Yes, been in that too. I've been with a friend and went, oh shit, girl. Damn, they want both of us. Hold on, wait. Who do you want? She's like, I don't know. Which one do you want? I said, I don't know. Let's just feel out the night. Next thing you know, we're out at dinner. I'm still going, bitch, I don't know. I think I'm ready to just go to bed. Let's try this again tomorrow. We go to sit that we end up leaving both of them. So
that's funny.
Yeah.
Those conversations are the funniest. I got super bad luck though, right? So I would do this thing. There would be girls, all of them attractive, right? But there would be one that I'm like, her forehead a little bigger than the rest of them. I like that, or something like that. And that would be the one that's on Tim. I'm like, yo, hey, I caught dibs on you. Get your friend away from me. Stop trying to talk to my friend every time. So I had to start playing a psychology game in my head and dibsing on the one I don't want, hoping that she would go to Tim. Worked once.
Well,
only once. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, and shit, at that point in our lives, I was just down.
Yeah, bro. There was this one time. It was 2 girls, right? And we picked right away. I got this one. He likes that one. He expressly says, oh, you like that one? About the one I picked, right? Was not attracted to her at all. They had it completely switched. The girls. He was down for the one he thought was ugly. I was like,
hey, man.
All right, stupid friend.
It was a different time in my life.
Yeah, you're a horny boy.
I'll tell you how much of a different time in my life this was. He's going to have to remind me about who this is. Because I do not remember.
I will.
It's all just a blur, guys.
You ever notice the phases that you've gone through? Like the always down to go out or the always down. And then the ones where you're like, no, I'm totally okay with just going home tonight. And then those times where you're like, we're going out. We're getting fucked up and I don't care what happens. But friends, just make sure I wake up in my own bed.
Bruh, we had definitely had a every weekend type situation at one point. But I hated it for such a long time, but I also wanted to go. That was the worst time for me when I'm like, yeah. And then I get there and I'm like, nah, I don't want to be here. And then next week I'm like, yeah. Every time.
Yeah, thank God when like Uber became a thing.
Oh, God.
Because before it would have to be like Rick would want to go, but he'd have to wait for everybody to be done when he'd be completely over it.
Bruh.
Oh, that's the worst.
Bruh.
I couldn't be you.
Nah, that's what Vegas was awesome, bro. You just fucking leave.
I have this thing. Apparently, it's called the Irish goodbye, where, and I would always do this in Vegas specifically for that reason, where you just leave the function without telling anybody. So in Vegas or at clubs in San Francisco or any situation where I knew I could just walk home, I would get drunk and just bounce and not say bye to anybody. And then in Vegas, it was always a situation where I would leave, wake up at like noon the next day with like 30 missed calls. Are you alive? Are you good? Are you alive? Where you at?
All the fucking time. So we'd go to the club in Vegas, right? I would always leave first. As soon as the tipsiness is happening and there's some girl that's yelling a lot, I'm like, all right, I'm out. I'm in my room. I'm doing whatever. I maybe got some nachos or some shit. Come 2, 3 a.m., you seen Tim? I'm like, great, this nigga did it again.
Houdini ass just disappearing.
The beauty of, because I never have my red messages on except for BBM days, and I remember BBM days, this cat named Stan Lopez, who was always like, who was my Vegas plug for a long time. And I remember I'd done the Irish goodbye, I had bounced, and then he told me the next day when everyone was like fussing, trying to figure out where I was, he hit me with a BBM, and he was like, oh, it's red. He's good. He's alive. And just put the phone down. Yeah. But I don't know why I do that. I think I have it in my head at some point when I'm like, all right, I'm over it. I'm out. Bye.
That's so funny.
There's
so
levels
weird.
to it. There's levels. Going to Vegas, I've definitely taken my sister with me. She's fun. My sister's so much fun. She's always down. But she's way more coherent than I am when we're out, right? Yeah. She has more of a grip on reality than I do because I'm running around. And one time I left. Like we had plans and I dipped and I woke up and I told her, I said, hey sister, why do I have all these chips in my bra? Like I woke up with casino chips. I was like, there's a lot. She goes, bitch, we were playing craps and everybody was helping us and we won. She's like, you won like $2,500. I said, wait, I won $2,500? I only got $700 right now. What's going on? She's like, you jumped in a bush.
Oh, God.
you met up with your friend who's a DJ and y'all was running around the hotel and you jumped in a bush and then you said you were okay. I was like, yeah, I think I'm all right. But where's the rest of my money?
You should go find the bush.
My sister went and found my money, though. She goes, wait, I think I remember where you went. And she found my
Well, she's like, you jumped in a bush. And Nikki's like, what was her name?
That's why I love my friends, because they all know. They be keeping me on track. Thanks, Laura. That's my girl.
Oh, God, you make me miss Vegas. I want to go back.
You made me never want to go to Vegas again.
I don't think I could do that now. And going out now with the intentions I do, I'm very much like, there's a game plan. Even when we go out to just get drinks or eat, like, it's so different. But when I used to go out and when we used to go out, that shit was fun.
I miss a little debauchery. I mean, times are different now. Definitely different now. But
you ain't jumping in no
shout out to Lil Veda. Hey, girl, I'll be home soon. Thank you for watching another episode of the No Chaser Podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blade.